Hello and welcome to Simple Cryptocurrency Reviews. My name is Claudio and this is Cryptochain, the channel where I do cryptocurrency news, reviews, demos, interviews, and blockchain games reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about NEO, the smart economy on the blockchain, also known as the Ethereum of China. And this is an up-to-date version from September 2019, so this review is fresh, new information with what NEO has been up to so far. So make sure you're not going to miss this review because it really may interest you, especially if you've been invested in NEO. And even if you haven't been invested and you're simply curious to find out what NEO is up to, you'll find out in this review. Now, before we get in, I just want to remind you that for the links, you will find them in the description of the video. Okay, so let's get right in. What is NEO all about? NEO is an open network for smart economy, as we can see on their website here, which has actually been changed quite a lot recently. Okay, so it's not as you may have seen in the past when you've watched other reviews of NEO, but basically NEO is an open source project driven by the community. It utilizes the blockchain technology and digital identities to digitize assets and automate the management of these digital assets using smart contracts. Using a distributed network, it aims to create a smart economy. Now, they've been founded in 2014, so they've been around for quite some time. Open sourced on GitHub in June 2015, mainnet released in 2016, and in 2017 they had a project rebranding. So they used to be called AntShares and then they've changed to NEO in 2017, and that's when they started exploding because they turned into the smart economy, and you'll understand why. So we've got the digital assets, which are the cryptocurrencies, then the digital identity, the smart contract, which is a digital contract on the blockchain. Okay, and that means all of these together sum up to become the smart economy. Okay, so that's what you get when you sum all these three things up. So that's what NEO is all about. Then you've got, like I said, the digital assets, like they've just mentioned earlier, which is basically the cryptocurrencies. Okay, so multiple types of digital assets are supported. Users can register, transfer, or trade assets at their own discretion on NEO. So we've got the NEP5 tokens. These are the digital assets, the tokens on the NEO blockchain. So when a company, when an ICO decides to deploy on NEO, they deploy a smart contract, and that smart contract can produce a number of tokens. Okay, that's decided by the specific team. Okay, now those tokens are digital items. Okay, so they can be transferred, those NEP5 tokens. So that's what this is all about. That's what they're referring to here with digital assets. The digital certificate, which are basically certificates that you need to build to trust into the public chain, provides full legal protection for all assets digitized through the NEO platform. So they do offer the digital certificate to those deploying smart contracts. Transaction mechanism to facilitate P2P trustless exchange of digital assets, and so on. Then you've got the smart contract, which is a digital contract. So Turing complete smart contract, which has high certainty and finality, supports concurrent operation, sharding, and unlimited scalability when running on the NEO virtual machine. So you do need to run on the NEO virtual machine to be able to deploy these smart contracts. Okay, and the NEO contract supports multiple programming languages, okay, such as C#, which is very popular, Java also very popular, Python too. So developers can rapidly develop smart contracts based on the NEO platform without learning a unique language. Okay, so this is the benefit of using NEO and developing on NEO. Now we've got the NEO virtual machine. So NEO's lightweight stack-based virtual machine provides shorter startup times with efficient execution. Deterministic calling tree technology allows NEO to achieve theoretically unlimited scalability. Okay, then there's the Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm, which reach consensus and ensure the finality of transactions. It also ensures that the system keeps its finality and availability as long as Byzantine fault occurs on less than a third of the nodes. Okay, so it's basically just to keep the nodes online, to keep the blockchain running without breaking the whole thing down, right? Cross-chain interoperability. Okay, so this is something new which they've integrated recently. Okay, there is the option to swap your assets. Okay, cross-chain distributed transaction protocol, and can achieve atomic asset swap and guarantee the operation consistency of smart contracts executed on different chains. Okay, so hence why exchanges like Switcho, which are hybrid exchanges, and hey, if you're interested in that, I've actually done a demo on it. Do check it out at the end of this video. But hence why they can actually do this kind of atomic swaps on the NEO blockchain, because now NEO support cross-chain interoperability. Now, anti-quantum crisis, which is basically to kind of protect you against hacking from quantum computers as they are at the moment. Now, in the future, you never know, anything could happen. But this is pretty much all about, right? This is what Neo is all about. You've got the Neo client, which is the Neo team and community that created the various wallets for different platforms. So Neo client basically refers to all the different wallets that you can use to store Neo and their tokens, which are the NEP5 tokens. So if we go here to get client, which is basically the third option here, it basically shows you a list of the desktop wallets, mobile wallets, web, and so on. And I strongly recommend the O3 wallet if you're using desktop and mobile, or Neon wallet if you're using desktop. Now, it's not available on mobile. Okay, so these two are very popular wallets. Now, there used to be the Neo GUI as well, but I'm not sure what it's up to at the moment, to be honest. I haven't followed up on it because I always use the O3 wallet personally. I know the Neon wallet is pretty cool as well. I have downloaded that and I had used it, but I do prefer the O3 wallet personally because of all the dApps on there. So I recommend you download the O3 wallet and see how cool it actually is. Not to mention that you can access exchanges like Switcho directly from the O3 wallet. There's a dApps functionality on there. So that's pretty cool stuff. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the Neo consensus nodes, okay? But before we do that, let's have a quick look on this side here. So there's 11 candidate nodes and 7 consensus nodes, okay? So you may be asking yourself, who holds these nodes? Okay, so here's the list. So we've got the Neo Foundation, which holds the nodes. Well, not all the nodes. Then we've got the City of Zion, which holds one of the nodes. And we've got KPN, which also hold one of the nodes. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, why are they not showing up here as how many nodes they're holding, right? Because all we can see is the Neo Foundation, City of Zion, Neo Foundation again, Neo Foundation, KPN. But these are all 7 here. And it just shows you that the Neo Foundation holds 5 of them. KPN and City of Zion hold the other 2. Okay, so if we go to how to become a Neo consensus node, you've got a lot of information here. Okay, it gives you a lot of instructions and all the different things that you have. So what is the advantage of becoming a consensus node? So Neo has 2 native tokens. Okay, so we need to understand that if you hold Neo in your wallet, okay, you don't need to keep your wallet on 24/7. You can hold Neo in the wallet, close down the wallet, and you're generating what is known as Neo gas, or simply gas, which is the ticker symbol, which is also an NEP5 token that is used to fuel the blockchain on Neo. And it used to actually cost you had to pay a small amount of transaction fees in gas, which is a small fraction of gas, but now it's free. So they're actually working on finding a better use case with Neo 3.0, which is a future upgrade of Neo. They're working towards that. It may take some time, okay, up to a year, maybe a bit longer, but they're working towards that. So they're going to try and find out some kind of use case for gas, because at the moment this is the current situation. So Neo has in total 100 million coins, right? Or tokens. I would say they're coins, even though they say they're tokens. I would say they're coins because normally the parent coin is actually a coin, because we're talking about the actual blockchain, the main coin on that blockchain. And I would say gas is like a token, but they are calling them tokens here. So that represents the right to manage the network, and management rights include voting for bookkeeping, Neo network parameter changes, and so on. The minimum unit of Neo is 1, and tokens cannot be subdivided. Okay, so basically what this means is that you need to have integers, whole numbers. You cannot have 0.5 Neo. You can only have 1 entire Neo, 2 Neo, 3 Neo, and so on. And even when you transfer between your wallet and exchanges, you can only transfer a minimum of 1. And if you want to have less Neo, for example, on an exchange like Switcho, if you buy something which is half a Neo, you will have half a Neo on the exchange, which you cannot get out. You cannot withdraw it because, again, the Neo blockchain doesn't support it. However, Neo have recently come up with a new token called C-Neo, which is subdivisible. So in that case, you can actually have portions. And not to mention gas and C-Gas. Also, C-Gas is also subdivisible, and gas is also subdivisible, but the purpose of C-Gas is to make it easier to transact between smart contracts. Okay, so there are use cases for these new tokens that they've created in the meantime. Okay, like I said, this is a fresh update, so this is a new version of this review. Now, so gas is the fuel token, like I was saying. okay, with a maximum total limit of 100 million, and the NEO network charges for the operation and storage of tokens and smart contracts, thereby creating economic incentives for bookkeepers and preventing the abuse of resources. The minimum unit of gas is 0.000001. 8 fractions, okay, so NEO's 100 million tokens is divided into 2 portions. The first portion is 50 million tokens distributed proportionally to supporters of NEO during the crowdfunding, and this portion was distributed. The second portion of 50 million is managed by the NEO Council to support NEO's long-term development, operation and maintenance of the ecosystem. The NEO in this portion has a lockout period of 1 year and is unlocked only after October 16, 2017, and this portion will not enter the exchanges and is only for long-term support of NEO projects. The plan for it are as follows: 10 million tokens, which is 10%, will be used to motivate NEO developers and members of the NEO Foundation, okay? 10 million tokens will be used to motivate the developers and the ecosystem. 15% will be used to cross-invest in other blockchain projects which are owned by the NEO Council and are only used for NEO projects. 15% will be retained as contingency, and the annual use of NEO in principle shall not exceed 15 million tokens. So here we can see when they're being unlocked, okay? So total NEO will be unlocked by 2020. So next year we're gonna have the last 5 million unlocked. So then all 100 million will be unlocked, and it does not mean that they're all in circulation, it just means that they are unlocked in circulation in the sense that they can be transacted. It doesn't mean they'll be on exchanges, okay? Much less than that will be on exchanges, not to mention the ones which are locked forever because people maybe have transferred NEO in the past and they forgot the private key, they can't access their wallets and things like that, just like we've seen with Bitcoin, okay? Now the governance models as well, so on-chain governance, off-chain governance, incentives, and so on. So do check this out. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because we want to keep this video short and sweet. We want you to understand what NEO is all about, and I think I've explained it so far. But NEO Ecoboost, what is NEO Ecoboost? So this is the next thing. It's basically to work with Ecoboost partners to provide full lifecycle support for NEO Eco projects. Now you may be curious how you can cooperate with them. So you can actually apply to have your project evaluated and basically receive some funding from NEO. Okay, so they do actually offer funding. You can see here eco fund investments, smart contract fees, subsidies, developer grants, etc. depending on your project. Okay, of course, if you've been with NEO for a long time, it's likely you can request an eco fund, and you've probably already tried so, especially with the bear market that we've had. The NEO Ecoboost partners are the follows: Bibux, which is an exchange, Qcoin, also an exchange, Bitmart, Bitmax, Nash, which is a decentralized exchange, okay, hybrid decentralized, okay, in the white paper they're decentralized. People have been arguing that they're not so decentralized because you need to log in with a username and password, but apparently the team don't hold that, okay, so that's all managed using signatures and hashing algorithms, so it is decentralized, okay, from that point of view. So you may argue at Switch Your Network, which you know is a hybrid exchange. So yeah, quite a lot of these are all Ecoboost partners. You can see here the wallets, the media, the channels, the community, and so on. Now to move on and talk a little bit about the dApps. Now a lot of these aren't actually dApps. They were ICOs which were deployed on NEO, and they had token sales on NEO. So you used to be able to take part in ICO token sales in the past using the NEO wallet, the main NEO wallet that was out at the time in early 2018, late 2017, and so on. But Next, which has been rebranded to Nash, is the decentralized exchange I've been telling you about. And hey, I actually did a demo on that, so do check it out if you're interested on my channel. Moonlight, again, they also held an ICO. They're going to be on NEO, Red Pulse, Jarvis, and so on. So I've actually done demos on quite a lot of these. Q-Link as well, Phantasma, which you know I'm bullish on. If you've been following this channel, and you know they're going to be migrating to their own blockchain pretty soon, and they weren't actually a dApp on NEO. They just basically deployed their smart contract on NEO in order to generate these tokens, right? The SOL tokens. Now they're going to stay on NEO partially, okay, with their tokens, so that people can swap in between and trade on exchanges. Imusify, I haven't actually heard anything about them, but I have done a review. So yeah, quite a lot of them. NEO Name Service, I've done many demos on NEO Name Service, so do check them out as well, all on my channel, Travala. So yes, quite a lot of these that I've covered on this channel, and interestingly enough, I've done a lot of demos on these, but I haven't actually done a demo on, or not a demo, I haven't actually done a review on NEO itself, okay, so this is a great opportunity to actually cover NEO for once. I should have probably done this from the beginning, but it's actually great because now we've got so many updates from Neo, and we know about Neo 3.0, what's going to happen with Neo and so on. Now, let's move on and talk about the Neo project on GitHub. So what's going on? We can only see that 11 people are actually contributing to Neo. It could be more than that, but I think these are 11 active contributors on Neo's GitHub. And here we go. These are the languages supported. Here we can see the people that are contributing. These are the 11 developers. And we can see they're constantly updating the blockchain information here, the project on GitHub, right? So Neo Smart Economy has been updated yesterday, neo.org yesterday as well. So quite a lot of them. The virtual machine 2 days ago. So there's constant updates on Neo. Some people have been flooding that it's dying. No, it's not. Those people that are actually leaving Neo is because they started an ICO on Neo for the purpose of getting enough funding to have a different kind of vision, right? They had a vision in mind and they wanted to do something different. They wanted to go either to their own blockchain and come up with a specific solution, which Neo unfortunately were not able to offer, were not configurable enough for their own vision. So things like that. So hence why Phantasma chain are moving to their own blockchain, right? Things like that. So this is how you have to understand it, that like with Ethereum, a lot of these ICOs started on them and then they disappeared off Ethereum and either they created their own blockchain and so on. The same thing happened with Neo, but it doesn't mean that Neo is dead. Neo still very much worked on their vision for Neo 3.0, finding a good use case for gas and getting the smart economy out there for institutions to use Neo. And I wonder what's going to happen when China will eventually lift the bans on cryptocurrencies. How bullish will people actually get on Neo, especially the Chinese? Because this is considered the Ethereum of China, remember. Now, it's a big if the Chinese will actually do that, but we'll have to see. If it happens, just think about it, right? It's going to be huge because we had seen a huge price boost back in the day in 2017 before the Chinese ban, when Neo, from being Ant shares at ICO price of 3 cents, ended up costing close to $200 at the end of 2017. So the potential is very, very big, okay? The potential is big on the next bull run, especially if China lifts the cryptocurrency ban. So that's been it for today. That's been the review of Neo. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And please don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.